Welcome. Hope you guys are having a good start of your week. So tonight I thought we would work on kind of lower back, hips, and legs, and just trying to release any tightness or tension or anything we've got going on in the lower body. So we'll be using a block and a strap in our practice. And so to begin, we're just going to come to a comfortable seated position, and we're going to close our eyes. Just begin with some nice, slow, deep breaths. Just allowing your mind to clear. Just allowing your body to relax. Start out by releasing the muscles in our neck, because the muscles in our neck are directly linked to the muscles in our lower back. You can't release your lower back if you're still holding on to tension and tightness in your neck. So we'll just begin sitting up nice and straight, and when you're ready, with an inhale, you're going to drop your head back as far as you can. And on your exhale, you're going to bring your head forward, pushing your chin into your chest, just breathing into the back side of your neck. And on your inhale, you're going to drop your head back. You're going to look up at the ceiling, feeling the stretch on the front of your neck. And on your exhale, you can bring your head forward, pushing your chin again into your chest. Give that nice stretch on the back side of your neck. And once again with an inhale, we're going to drop our head back onto our shoulders and look up towards the ceiling. And with an exhale, you can bring your chin forward into your chest, looking for that nice stretch on the back side of your neck. And on your next inhale, you're just going to bring your head up to the center. And from here, we'll just drop our left ear onto our left shoulder. We're going to take our right arm out at a diagonal, put it towards the floor on the right. You want to push your fingers out away from your body so you begin to feel a stretch on the right side of your neck. From here, we'll take our left hand up over the top of our head. You're going to grab hold of your right ear and just a gentle little tug on your ear so you feel this nice deep stretch on the right side of your neck. From here, you can feel free to just gently move your head around a little, see if there's any particular area that really needs that stretch. We're just breathing deeply into the side of our neck. And with an inhale, you're going to bring your head up to the center. And we'll switch sides. So you're going to drop your right ear to your right shoulder. You're going to take your left hand out, pointed at a diagonal towards the floor on the left. And you want to push your fingers out away from your body to begin the stretch. And then you'll just take your right hand over the top of your head. You're going to grab hold of your left ear and a very, very gentle little tug on your ear. Just trying to create that stretch in the left side of your neck. And again, you can feel free to kind of move your head around a little bit. Just looking for that nice perfect stretch on the left side of your neck and just breathing deeply into that space. And with your inhale, you can bring yourself back to the center, just bringing your hands onto your lap. I'm going to finish off with some gentle shoulder rolls. We want to stretch all the muscles all around the circumference of our neck. So you're going to begin just by bringing your chin into your chest. From here, you'll drop your left ear to your left shoulder, and then you'll drop your head all the way back. And then your right ear comes to your right shoulder, and then we'll bring our chin back to our chest. So just nice, big, smooth, slow circles, making sure you take a moment to stretch all the muscles around the circumference of your neck. And then we're going to reverse to the opposite direction. Same big circles, just in the clockwise direction. Breathing into your neck, allowing everything to become soft and relaxed. And from here, you can bring your head up to the center. We're going to come down to our lower back. Just begin opening up the muscles and joints in our lower back. So you're going to bring your hands onto your knees. And we're going to start doing some counterclockwise circles with our shoulders around our hips. And just breathing deeply into your lower back. We want to loosen up the lower spine, the upper hips. We want to allow the muscles to soften and warm up. you're ready, we're going to reverse the direction, clockwise circles. So just breathing into your lower back, just attempting to warm everything up. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself to the center. And from here, if you are not already, we're going to come into a cross-legged position. But in this cross-legged position, you want to bring your left leg in first and your right leg in the front. So we're going to begin just sitting up nice and tall. We'll take our right hand onto the floor behind us, and our left hand's going to grab the outside of our right knee. With an inhale, you want to lift up on your shoulders, and on your exhale, you're going to spin around to the right as far as you can. See if you can pull on your right knee with your left hand, get a little deeper twist through your lower back. You're just feeling your back muscles wanting to lengthen and stretch out with your twist. And just breathing nice and deep into your back. And with your inhale, you can bring yourself back to the center. You want to drop your arms down to the mat on either side of you. And on your next inhale, you're going to reach for the ceiling. We're looking to stretch out our upper body and spine. So you're really pushing your fingers towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, you're going to fold forward over your knees, taking your hands onto the floor in front of you, and then just allowing gravity to pull down on your head and shoulders. So you're getting this nice deep stretch through your lower back. You just want to breathe nice and deep. Breathing into your back, into any tightness or tension. Just helping the muscles to relax so they'll want to lengthen out for you. And with an inhale, you can bring yourself up to the center. From here, you're going to take your right leg out to the right. You're going to keep your left knee bent so your left foot is into your right inner thigh. From here, you want to turn towards your right knee. So you're looking directly at your right toes. You can take your arms down to your sides, and on your inhale, you're going to reach for the ceiling. And on your exhale, you're going to fold over your right leg. You want to grab for maybe your shin or your ankle or your toes, whatever you can reach. And then just allow your head and shoulders to fall in towards your right knee. We're looking for a big stretch on the left side of our lower back, as well as the back side of our right leg. It's the right hamstring, the upper part of our right leg. So you're just breathing nice and deep here. And with an inhale, you can bring yourself up to the center. From here, you're going to bring your right hand to the inside of your right calf. On your inhale, you're going to twist your shoulders left as far as you can. And on your exhale, you're going to lean sideways over your right leg. And you want to take your left arm over the top of your head and reach as far to the right as you can. This is going to create a nice big stretch in your left hip and up your left side. You get a little curvature in your lower spine. And again, we're just breathing nice and deep there. And on your inhale, you can bring yourself up to the center. From here, you're going to take your left hand onto the floor behind your left hip. Your right hand's going to grab the outside of your left knee. With an inhale, you're going to lift up on your shoulders. And on your exhale, you're twisting around to the left as far as you can. And this time, maybe you want to lean forward a little bit so you get this little extra stretch on the top of your right hip. And on your inhale, you're going to bring yourself back to the center. And from here, you want to extend your left leg out as far to the left as you can, coming into straddle pose. You're going to drop your arms down to your sides. With your inhale, you're going to reach for the ceiling. You're going to stretch your hands as high as you can. And on your exhale, you're going to fold forward, taking your hands out onto the floor in front of you, and then dropping your head and shoulders in towards the mat. You should be getting a nice deep stretch on your inner thighs and up your lower back. And here you just want to breathe nice and deep into any tightness or tension you're feeling. And with an inhale, you can bring yourself back up to the center. We're going to come back into our cross-legged position, but this time, right leg is coming in first, and you're going to bring your left leg in front of that. You want to sit up nice and straight. We're going to take our left hand onto the floor behind us, and our right hand will grab the outside of our left knee. On your inhale, you're going to lift up your shoulders as high as you can. And on your exhale, you're going to spin around to the left. Just trying to spin around far enough that you can look over your left shoulder. You're feeling the twist through your spine, and you're feeling your the back, the muscles in your lower back stretching out as you're twisting. If you pull on your left knee with your right hand, you get a little deeper twist and a little bit deeper stretch in your back muscles. And on your inhale, you can bring yourself back to the center. You're going to drop your arms down onto the floor on either side of you. And on your next inhale, again, you want to reach for the ceiling, really stretching your upper body. And on your exhale, you're going to fold forward, taking your hands onto the mat in front of you and just dropping your head and shoulders towards the floor. So you feel that stretch coming from your pelvis up your lower back. And again, just nice deep breaths, returning to your breath. And with an inhale, you'll bring yourself up to the center. From here, you can extend your left leg out on the floor to the left. You can keep your right knee bent and your foot into your inner thigh. You're going to turn yourself so you're facing your left toes. You'll drop your arms to your sides. And on your inhale, you're going to reach for the ceiling. And on your exhale, you're going to fold over your left leg. You want to grab for your ankle or toes or shin, whatever you can. And then just allow your forehead to drop in towards your left knee. We're getting the stretch in the right side of our back and the back side of our left leg. We're just breathing into any tightness or tension, trying to soften our muscles so we can come deeper into our fold. And on your inhale, you can bring yourself back up to the center. From here, you can bring your left hand to the inside of your left calf. On your inhale, you're going to twist your shoulders as far to the right as you can. And on your exhale, just lean sideways over your left leg. You're going to take your right arm over the top of your head and just stretch towards the toes on your left foot. So you get that big stretch in your right hip and up your right side. And on your inhale, you're going to bring yourself up to the center. From here, you'll plant your right hand onto the floor behind your right hip. Your left hand grabs the outside of your right knee. On your inhale, you lift up on your shoulders. And on your exhale, you want to spin to the right. And then just kind of lean forward to the right until you feel that stretch on the top side of your left hips. Some nice deep breaths here. on your inhale, you can bring yourself back to the center. From here, we're going to be bringing ourselves onto our back. You're going to want to make sure your props are nearby so you have easy access to them. You can begin with your knees bent, and we'll just slowly lower ourselves down onto our back on the floor. Just taking a couple of nice deep breaths, allowing your body to adjust to the flatness of the floor. And we're going to begin by helping to seat our legs into our hip sockets a little bit better and improving the alignment in our lower back. So we're going to come into Fabrita Karani. This is a leg up the wall pose without the wall. So we're going to use a block instead. So what we're going to do here is you're going to lift your hips up and you're going to place your block directly underneath your sacrum. That's the bone at the top of your pelvis. You're going to lower your hips onto the block. When you're ready, you're just going to take your feet straight up into the air. You're pushing your heels towards the ceiling. And now we're just going to allow the weight of our legs to push the femur bones deeper into our hip sockets, just helping that joint to be a little more seated. And this lifting of the hips is going to help to open up our lower back and create a better alignment of our lumbar spine connecting into our pelvis. So just some nice deep breaths here. And when you're ready, you can bend your knees. We're going to drop our feet to the floor. We're going to come into a hip flexor stretch. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our right leg out onto the mat in front of us. We're going to extend our leg out, and you want to push your heel towards the bottom of the mat. And from here, you want to push your thigh down towards the floor. This is going to begin this stretch in the front of our right hip. And from here, we're going to take our arms over our head. You'll grab hold of your right elbow with your left hand. And you just want to pull your right elbow over to the left as far as you can. This will create a deeper stretch in your right hip flexor. And here you just want to breathe nice and deep into your right hip. And from here, you're going to bring your head and shoulders back to the center. We'll bend our right knee, bringing our right foot to the floor. And we're going to switch sides. You're going to extend your left leg out onto the mat. You want to push your heel towards the bottom of your mat, and then push your left thigh down towards the floor. So you're getting that stretch in your left hip. From here, you're going to grab your left elbow with your right hand and just pull that elbow over to the right as far as you can until you feel that nice stretch in the front side of your left hip. And we're just breathing nice and deep here. And when you're ready, you can bring your head and shoulders back to the center. You're going to bend your left knee, taking your left foot onto the mat. You want to remove your block, setting it back off to the side and lower your hips back down onto the floor. We're going to help kind of release everything, coming into windshield wiper pose. So you want to take your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Extend your arms out onto the floor on the other side of you. And you're just going to windshield wiper your knees back and forth. So just side to side. This will help to release any lingering tension in the hip flexors and release the muscles in your lower back and lower abdomen. Just windshield wiper your knees. And bringing your knees back to the center. With an inhale, you're going to bring your knees into your chest. You want to wrap your arms around your knees, giving yourself a big, tight squeeze, pulling your knees as close to your chest as you can. And making your way into happy baby. You'll bring your feet up into the air. You're going to grab hold of your ankles or the bottoms of your feet. You're just going to pull down on your feet, pulling your knees down towards the mat on either side of you. Just looking for that nice stretch in your inner thighs and hips on both legs. Just breathing nice and deep. And from here, you can either grab hold of your ankles or you grab hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. And you're going to straighten your legs, coming into angle pose. So you want to push out with your knees as you're pulling on your ankles or toes. So you get this nice stretch on the backside of your hips, your knees, all up the back of your legs. Just kind of breathing nice and deep here. when you're ready, you're going to release your left foot. You're bringing your left foot onto the mat. Your knee is bent. You're going to bring your right ankle onto your left knee, so you're in this cross-legged position. And here you have a choice. If your hip is particularly tight, you can just use your right hand to push out on your right knee to create the stretch down the outside of your hip and thigh. If you want to come into the full pose, you lift your left knee off of the mat. You take your right arm between your legs and your left arm comes around the outside. You're going to grab hold of either the back or front of your left knee. You're going to flex your right foot. That'll help to support the right knee. And when you're ready, you're going to pull your left knee in towards your chest as far as you can. So you're feeling this nice stretch on the outside of your right hip. You're just going to breathe nice and deep here. And when you're ready, you can release your left foot down onto the floor and we'll just switch sides. You're going to bring your right foot onto the mat. Your knee will be bent. You're going to bring your left ankle onto your right knee, back into this cross-legged position. And again, if your hips are tight, you can choose to just push out on your left knee with your left hand until you feel a stretch in your outer left hip and thigh. Or if you're coming into the full pose, we're lifting our right knee up. We're going to take our left arm between our legs and our right arm's around the outside. You're grabbing the back or front of your right knee. Again, remember to flex your left foot to support your left knee in the pose. And we're just going to bring our right knee in as close to our chest as we can. And just taking some nice deep breaths into our left hip and our left thigh. And when you're ready, you can drop your right foot onto the floor, releasing your left foot onto the floor as well. From here, we're going to grab hold of our strap. And we're going to take our legs up into the air, bringing our strap around the balls of both of our feet. We're looking for a big stretch up the entire back side of our body. So you're going to grab hold of one side of the strap in each hand. For this pose, you want to allow your hips to come up off of the mat as far as is comfortable for you. That'll take the stretch up into your lower back as well as the back of your legs. So when you're ready, we'll take a big deep inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to use the strap. You're going to pull on the strap, pulling your feet up towards your head. You're allowing your hips to come up as high as is comfortable for you. And when you reach your edge, you're going to pull on the strap and push away with your knees. This creates this deep stretch all the way from your lower back, through your hips, your thighs, the back of your knees, through your calves, all the way down your legs. And we're just going to breathe nice and deep here. And you can release your hips back down onto the mat. From here, you want to release your left foot from your strap and return your left leg to the floor. Once again, we're going to grab hold of the strap with our hands, and you just want to pull on the strap, pulling your right foot up towards your head. This time you're going to get this deep stretch in your right hamstring, the back side of your upper leg. You just breathe into the back of your leg. And with an inhale, you can bring your right foot up to the center. You want to grab both sides of your strap with your right hand and extend your left arm out on the floor to the left. On your exhale, you're going to begin dropping your right leg down towards the floor on the right as far as you can. You want to keep your left hip and shoulder flat on the mat, so we're isolating our inner thigh on our right leg. You're just breathing into your inner thigh, allowing gravity to pull down on your right foot. And on your next inhale, you can bring your foot straight back up to the center. From here, we're going to switch hands. So we're going to grab the strap with our left hand. You can extend your right arm out on the floor to the right. On your exhale, you're going to begin to drop your right foot down towards the floor on the left this time. You can allow your hips to stack, but make sure that you keep your right shoulder on the floor so you're getting this big stretch down the outside of your right hip and thigh. Just breathing nice and deep here. And on your inhale, you can bring your foot back up to the center. From here, we're just going to switch legs. So we're going to bring our left foot up into our strap. We're going to drop our right leg straight out onto the floor in front of us. Again, you're going to grab hold of one side of your strap with each hand. You'll take a big inhale. And on your exhale, you want to pull on your strap, pulling your foot up towards your forehead. So you're feeling that big stretch on your left hamstring. You're just breathing into the back of your leg. And on your inhale, you can bring your foot back up to the center. From here, you're going to grab hold of both sides of your strap with your left arm. You'll drop your right arm out on the floor to the right. And on your next exhale, you can drop your left foot down towards the floor on the left. And you want to make sure that your right shoulder and hip stay flat on the floor. So you're getting this big, deep stretch in your left inner thigh. Just breathing nice and deep here. And on your inhale, you can bring your foot straight back up to the center. And we'll just switch hands. You're going to grab your strap with your right hand, extend your left arm out on the floor to the left. And with an exhale, you're going to drop your left foot down towards the floor on the right. Again, you can allow your hips to stack, but make sure you've got your right or your left shoulder flat on the floor so you feel a stretch going down the outside of your left hip and thigh. And again, just breathing nice and deep here. And on your next inhale, you can bring your foot back up to the center. This time we're going to remove our strap and just set it off to the side. And you're going to bring your knees into your chest. You want to wrap your arms tightly around your knees, giving yourself a nice big squeeze. Stretching everything out, making sure everything's back into place after all those twists. And from here, if it's comfortable in your body, you can kind of rock yourself side to side or even move your knees in little circles. And it'll give your lower back a little massage against the mat. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself to the center. We'll take a nice big inhale. And on your exhale, you can release yourself out onto your mat. You can extend your legs out onto the floor in front of you. Your arms come down to your sides with palms facing up as you come into your final savasana, your final relaxation pose. From here, you want to just close your eyes, take some nice slow deep breaths. Just allow your entire body to completely relax.
ready, we'll start bringing our attention back to our bodies. We're just going to begin by bringing little flecks of movement to our fingers and our toes. And when you're ready, you can extend that movement up to your wrists and ankles, kind of rolling them out in one direction. And then in the other. And from here, you can interlace your fingers together. And with a big inhale, you're going to stretch your arms out up above your head. Just pushing your fingers and toes as far from each other as you can so you get a nice big full body stretch. And when you're ready, you can roll yourself over onto your side and just bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. From here, you want to just take a moment to check in with your body. Make sure everything feels nice and soft, nice and relaxed. If you need to, you can take a few deep breaths into any space that's feeling tight or tense. Just using your breath to break that up and allow it to be released from your body. And from here, we'll just take a moment to bring ourselves into our heart, to try to lift ourselves up into that place of love and joy in our life. So we're going to bring our hands together in front of us. We'll rub our palms together nice and fast, just generating a little bit of heat and warmth in between our hands. And when you feel that warmth between your hands, you're going to bring your left hand over your heart. Your right hand is over that. You're going to press firmly into your chest so that warmth flows into your heart, awakening your heart. If you give a little bow into your heart and focus your attention there, you'll notice the heart awakens and start sending these feelings of love and joy and bliss throughout your entire body. It's kind of uplifting your mind, uplifting your entire being. And from here, we'll just give a quick bow into ourselves, always remembering to show ourselves some gratitude for taking the time to come to the mat and practice and care for our body and mind. And I thank you all so much for practicing with me today. Hope it was beneficial to you and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.